Hello and welcome back to TTML Formula 3. I am your lead commentator for this evening, IKR T-Storm, and I will be taking you through the action, but I'm not also alone. I'm also joined by Ivan, who is filling in for Cadwell this evening, as either Ben Mike, who is the normal commentator, is unfortunately here this evening due to personal issues. So we're going to take you through the action here. Short qualifying, 18 minutes with a 50% race, and I believe you're a race winner here in TTML from last season, Ivan, in F5. So what makes this track special and unique to you?
Well, first of all, hello to everyone on the stream, and about the track, it's an old school track. No matter the modifications, it's an old school track. If you do one small mistake, you're basically out. You'll get punished straight away, and it's quite tricky to set up because now with no Variante Bassa, the final chicane, which was there in 2006 before the track came back to the calendar in 2020, you have that one long straight and one long period of full throttle until first chicane, Mariante Tamburello. So basically you have long straight, and then also and then you'll have corners. So basically it's tricky to set up because you have a mix of that one long straight and lots of corners for which obviously you need grip and good acceleration out of them. But also the tire temperature is probably around here, so yeah, it's for me the one thing that made it special is that it's an old school track, it's a classic one. You don't have lots of room for mistake, and that's what makes the track special for me, apart from that win last season.
Yeah, probably a win that you probably didn't think you was going to get as well. Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the full name for it. We'll just call it Emilia for this evening. A lot of drivers opt in for the soft compound tyre. A few are on the mediums. Predicted possibly a one stop depending on what the rain or if there is any rain in the race, as normally when I commentate here it is a wet race or somewhere there is rain, as the curbs are quite a bit of an issue here this evening, as they are quite high in some places and they can hit you and spin the car completely. I've seen a few people do it in F4 and F5, and even in F2 and F1. Some of the best drivers, the curbs can get them on their even best days. So looking at tyre strategies, Ivan, what would you go if you was inside the top 10 and outside the top 10? Would you start on the mediums? Like, would you prefer to start on the mediums, or would you go straight for the softs?
Well, inside of top 10, definitely soft medium, because it's doable. Imola is not that harsh on tires, like that's not a problem. Tire is not a problem around here. The biggest problem around here is the tire temperature, which is hard to maintain as tires get older and older, obviously because of a mix of corners, and basically you have only one long straight. So yeah, soft medium is easy if you're in the top 10, but outside of top 10, there's plenty of opportunities. You can either go for medium and then have that advantage of soft tires at the end when also the car is lighter as fuel burns out, or you can go to softs, try to overtake as much people on mediums as you can, and then you can also try to undercut people ahead on softs. So it's, if you're outside of top 10, it's quite kind of a lot of options.
Yeah, and a few laps are coming in, a few are on the softs, and the fastest time at the moment is by Mad Jonas, but that can all change at the moment. It's a 14.4, the highest medium runner is IRL Dundee with a 15.1, so quite considerable. That's nearly 7/10 slower, so that's realistically kind of the tyre gap margin around about 6 to 7 tenths at the moment between the soft and the mediums. SLX Tam, he goes in second with a 14.5. So he is not that far off in the Alpine. So it's at the moment Red Bull, Alpine, and then NSR Pariah in P3 in with a 14.6. So the times are quite close.
Yeah, they are, and mediums are not far off, but as you said, 6 to 7 tenths. And that is not as much as it can be possibly on some other tracks, because also Emilia is really short track, and yeah, 6 to 7 tenths on the track which is around 4 kilometers long is maybe an eternity, but it's not as scary as it could be.
Yeah, as you mentioned, only 4 kilometers. That's not really large if you think about it. It's only 6 to 7 tenths, which you can find just literally in one sector. If you've made a mistake somewhere, or you've made an error, or you've had an incident somewhere. But yeah, we are a little bit low on the numbers. We've only got 14 this evening. Unfortunately, a few drivers couldn't make it, so we haven't got the full 20. I think if we had a full 20 here, I think it would be an absolute epic race, because drivers just wouldn't have the space that normally would have on a racing track. Because you go to Monza, which is obviously another Italian track, you've got a lot more space to go for an overtake. With Imola, is it kind of a Monaco situation where, or Baku, that you have to pick your moment for an overtake, which is literally going to be predominantly should I say, down that straight where the DRS is?
Well, obviously, yeah, as you said, the most overtakes will happen on that straight until, which is starting after the exit of secondary Malta and all the way up to Variante Tamburello. But it's not quite kind of impossible to make some moves even on other part of track, even on the other parts of track, if you know how to set up your car well for certain corners, when to back out, when to carry the momentum through some corners. Yeah, you need to pick moments, but definitely it's not Monaco or Hungary situation. There's only one pretty much overtaking opportunity.
Yeah, as I ride on board with NSR Legend, as he's going to be starting his flying lap. Oh, he's got his teammate right behind him, which is NSR Pariah. They're going to use each other as a slipstream, which is going to be down that straight to give Pariah that little bit of extra speed, which roughly, I believe, is quite powerful in some tracks. As FRL Charlie, he's out on his outlap on the mediums, with Yarham also on the mediums. Two drivers not set a lap, which is GMAC and Yarham in the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo respectively. The drivers are just moving out of the way, which is why the flags are showing up. As Langfeld, he's in P9, Dylan also up into P8, Stevie G up into P7, Dundee will go up to P6, Appledorn will be in P5, Donny, SLX Donny will be in P4, Pariah in P3, Tam in P1, and Mad Jonas is leading that pole position at the moment, but anything can change, as the weather can change, as Legend just goes through the very tight hairpin corner, which if you get the entry wrong, you could end up like Yuki Tsunoda did in 2020, I believe it was, where the back of his car went right into the back of the wall. So you don't want to be ending up like that. As Pariah goes up into P2 with a 14.4, as Mad Jonas goes even quicker with a 13.9.
I'm currently running on board with Charlie, who is on his first flying lap, going through Sosa corner right now. 4th gear on the exit, 5th, 6th, 10th, all the way up to 7th gear, braking for Piratella, 6th gear, 5th, then 6th again, coming to play Mustafa Mirad. Like, you'll be surprised what does that mean in translation to English, but never mind. Really having not any problems. Like here in Variante Alta, I'll talk about. I think a bit too much of the curve, but he kept his up valid coming to first Rivazza, fourth, third, and fourth here again for second Rivazza, coming to the exit of second Rivazza, really short line and speed 10 for Charlie.
Yeah, so Charlie, the only medium runner as he goes into the top 10. He would have to start on the mediums if nobody behind him, or lower down should say, improved the time. As I said that, somebody has gone up, and that must be Yogi up into P4. But yeah, I think if we have a wet race or some rain in the race, it can throw a little bit of spanner in the works for a few drivers, because a few of these times I think are using wet setups, because you've got a lot more of the drivers in the 15s than the 14s. So that sun may be out for now, but I just wonder if that rain is coming in the race somewhere. Try and obviously not look at the comments because I don't want to spoil it, as we have got around about 7 minutes left on the qualifying session. I will just grab up the standings while I'm here.
I already have
Oh, okay. If you want to go through them, if you've already got them.
Yeah, I got them. Don't worry. So standings before this round and after Australia are, well, if they are properly updated, I think they are.
Yeah, they will be.
Are as follows. Sam leads in Alpine with 134 points, in front of NSR Legend and Matt Jonas, who took the win in Australia and was it Belgium before that?
Yes, it was, because it was sprint qualifying.
Yeah, so Jonas took back-to-back wins, and that put him P3, only a couple points behind the first two championship contenders. In fourth we have Dylan in another Alpine with 108 points. Then Dundee rounds up the top 5 with 95 points. Then we have Yogi in 6th with 95 points as well. Yarham with 93 points in 7th. Digi Dele Jason, who actually dropped out of the league because of inactivity or not make it anymore. Is currently sitting at P8 with 76 points. 9th is Lankiel with 67 points, and FBL Vettel rounds up top 10 with 61 points. Then we have over Christian in 11th, 57 points. Charlie in 12th, 53 points. VMAC 52 points in 13th. Noel J in 14th with 51 points. Then CVG in Mercedes with 49 points, sitting in 15th. 16th is Ulo in Haas, 48 points. Pirai is 17th, 47 points. Apeldoorn is 18th with 45 points. Bodie is 19th with 40 points. And then Maxi Same is in last place with 20 points. In terms of, when it comes to constructors, Alpine leads with 242 points, followed by Williams with 174, and McLaren rounds up the top 3 with 147. Then we have Mercedes in 4th, only 3 points behind McLaren. Then Aston Martin rounds up the top 5 with 133 points, 130 points. Then is Alfa Romeo with 113 points, 8th is 101 points. AlphaTauri is 9th with 51 points, and then Scuderia Ferrari, France in 4th, is in 10th place with 45 points.
Yeah, so thank you for the updated standings there, as Ivan gave us the updated standings as of the Australian Grand Prix, which happened last week, just after the break week, as Dylan is going for quite the adventure. I think he's got a bit of lag. I quite know from last season and a few races this season that he suffers with unfortunate lag. I don't know if it's just this league, I don't know, but I think it was Singapore last year. He took pole and it lagged him out and DNF'd him into the wall at the start-finish line, as all the drivers are now on the soft, so we're just waiting for Yarham to set a lap. He's the only driver not to set a lap, and just looking at the calendar, including this race tonight, we've still got to come Japan, USA and Brazil still on the calendar. There'll be no more break weeks. It'll be a race now to the finish, and it's going to be one hell of a season, I suspect, in TTML F3, as they all battle for that championship in the drivers and the constructors. So there's not really many drivers out at the moment, as they're all trying to pick that perfect moment to get out for one flying lap. As Tam retires, he feels he can't do no more. Where has he retired? It's in sector 1. Oh, that, yeah, he's in the wall. That's not gone to plan. Also, don't forget TTML F2, where I would normally be, but obviously I'm covering for F3 tonight, is live on Twitch with TTT James Head, and that's on Twitch, so you can just go over to Twitch and search up the Masters League, and you will find TTML F2. I'll be back there next week, hopefully, as we're only covering this week, as both F3 commentators unfortunately couldn't attend, so we were brought in to make sure the drivers and everyone here at League Racing TV on the YouTube channel gets a fantastic race to watch. As I'm on board with Yogi, he's gonna cross the line, he's gonna go into P3, so that's a 14.3. Nobody is able to match Mad Jonas of a 13.9, so at the moment it's looking like he's going to take pole. Stevie G is out as well. Tam can't do no more, so 2nd and 7th at the moment is up for grabs. So we're right on board with Yarham, as he's not set a lap at the moment in the Aston Martin, as he comes through sector 1. Got to be careful of the curbs, as they can spin. As he now makes his way up into what will be the very tight hairpin, I believe. No, he's going to go down the hill, as I like to call it, as it does feel like you're going down a hill, and then back up very sharply into a corner that you can, if you get it wrong, you can understand. He has invalidated, as IRL Dundee goes up into P2, so Tam gets knocked down to P3. Yarham won't set a lap because qualifying is now over, and he hasn't crossed the line. Yogi is in the pits, he can't do no more. GMAC goes up to P7, that knocks down Stevie G to P8, and
sorry for interruption there.
That's alright.
Sector 2 on my screen.
Which driver was that?
Legend, McLaren, P13.
Hold on a minute, I'll go down there. He is going to cross the line as he's come through the final corner. Is it going to be pole? It's not going to be pole. He's only 7th, so his teammate Pariah outbeat him there. The NSR battle there going, as Pariah and Legend are battling out there on the track. They may be teammates in esports, but I can guarantee you that they'll be fighting it out on the track. So Legend up into P8, as Dylan, I think, has just pipped him to P7 with a 14.4, as Charlie, yeah, Pariah is actually, yeah, just noticed that myself. Pariah will move up into P4, and I believe that is qualifying over. So Mad Jonas with a 13.9 sets the pole position time, with IRL Dundee in P2, SLX Tam in P3, Pariah P4, Charlie P5, Yogi P6, Dylan P7, and I'll read the rest when we get to the qualifying results. But it is Mad Jonas on pole position with a 13.9. As there is the qualifying results, Mad Jonas takes a pole position for Red Bull in Imola, with Dundee P2, Tam in P3, Pariah P4, Charlie in P5, Yogi will make P6, Dylan in P7, Legend will be in P8, GMAC P9, rounded off the top 10 in 10th is TTML Stevie G, P11 is Donny, Appledorn P12, Langfell in P13, and without a time, the only driver without a time is Yarham. So I suspect we'll be seeing outside the top 10 will be on a set of medium compound tyre if it is a dry race. Obviously the top 10 will be starting on a set of softs of what they used in qualifying, and that race, which will be a 50% race, will be starting very shortly. So we just wait for the fantastic loading screens. Hopefully they improve for next game, which got released today. Only a 30-second clip, but it is out on July the 1st, and hopefully it brings a new era into league racing, and it is all sunshine here in Imola. So I'll hand over to Ivan, as he'll be running through maybe possibly what lap the soft runners will be pitting and what lap the medium runners will be pitting in this race.
Well, soft runners, I guess they'll go around, I would say pit window will be around lap 5, lap 10, because as I said already a couple of times, tire is not the problem at Imola, it's only tire temperatures, and if you can keep tires in the good operating window, then you can stretch it out without any problems. While medium tires, I think they can go around lap, I don't know, I would say maybe lap, their window will be around lap 15 or lap 20. Maybe that's a bit early, but I'm not sure yet because I haven't done it in a while. Probably I didn't do it since that win last season, but it's gonna. We all know that it's gonna be interesting in turn 1. I saw it from my POV, and I think Storm Shirley did it last year in F5.
Yeah, I did. I think it was rain that race, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. So
for sprint and the main race. Well, main race was dry to wet.
Yes. Last season we had a sprint race here. This season we're just doing the main race. And quite interestingly, Langfell's gone for the hards. I wonder if he's expecting a safety car somewhere, or we're expecting rain somewhere. Because I remember F3 Imola last season, it rained, but it was not enough rain to go for the inters or the wets. Drivers were able to still carry on a soft or a medium compound tyre, but very strange to go on the hards. Obviously he's the driver, we're the commentators, so he must know or feel comfortable a lot more on the hards, as the drivers are warming up their tyres for what will be 32 laps here in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Thank God I said that correctly, which is known as Imola, a very historic track. It doesn't use the Italian flag, it uses the San Marino flag, even though it is situated in Italy. It's because of, I believe, Monza uses the Italian flag, and I think they do it just not to cause any issues, as Monza is the home of the Italian Grand Prix, as Donny gets disqualified. Yeah, so formation issues, for formation lap issues, as the drivers are now all lined up in their grid slots from P1 to P14, as we're going to get ready for what will be TTML Formula 3 for Season 7, round number 8 here in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix for Imola. And we're going to get ready for the lights, as they will now come up. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go here. Who's going to get into the lead? Is Maggionis going to keep his lead, or is Tam going to battle this, or could Dundee get into the fight? And it looks like they are going to go all into turn one, nice and easy. And it doesn't look like nobody's gone for a spin, which is good, what we like to see, as Maggionis keeps his position. But Dundee, he is all over the back of that Alpine, and he gets the move done, and that is him up to P2. And Charlie's gone for a bit. Charlie's gone for a bit of lawn mowing. He's gone to cut the grass as they all come through the first few corners, all nice and cleanly, what we like to see. As Pariah is battling the second Alpine, and Alpine on a real strong start here, and that is Dylan up to P4 with NSR Pariah in P5. Anything going at the back there, Ivan?
Well, Donny and TTG were going side by side through Aquamirale and through Aquamirale, and Donny got better with Donny started to lead him.
Yeah, Donny on the mediums, and I have to say he's getting his way up there. He's making a mark, and as Maggionis will set the fastest lap, but that will change as the race goes on. That's an 18.9, and not really, I suspect, the way Langfell wanted to start. He's, I think, dropped the position. We will just look at the positions, and if we can get them up. Yeah, he's actually stayed. Oh, where's that? Which one?
Contact Langfell, and the coach Cambridge is making a Langfell, and back to the Arham, so possibly damage to Langfell.
Yes, he has. He's got right wing damage. Yeah, that's not gone to plan on the hards, as Charlie is into the pits. So, what is I just realised this pit lane is very long.
Spin for Jonas.
Oh, and that is not what the pole sitter wanted. He's just lost the race lead. He's going to have to rejoin safely, and he does that. And his Ghost now puts him back on the track, and that is disaster for Red Bull. Oh, as he miss the corner and has to correct the corner there. So IRL Dundee will take the race lead for Williams as he sets the fastest lap with a 17. Oh no, Dylan wants to pip him to that fastest lap with a 17.6, and DRS is now enabled, so a lot more overtakes will be happening. But I think Dundee is putting foot to the floor as he's now 1.1 seconds, so he doesn't want to be caught with DRS. And the two Alpines, what a start from them.
Well, really great start from both Alpines. Well, Alplan really working a trade here.
Yeah, the famous quote by Spanish Formula 1 driver Fernando Alonso, obviously Alplan, is coming a little bit to fruition as they are P2 and P3. Oh, who's that gone into the wall? That's Dundee out. I think he got massive under in lap 3.
So first victim of Romagna.
Yes, the one place I think I hate on this track. Yeah, he is literally not going to be one happy person, because I know he's a great driver, and he has literally, I think, got such an understeer that has spun him into the wall. But oh, one of the Alpines is in the pits. That is Dylan. Oh, and he gets a 5-second. That's not going to help. That is going to come. Yeah.
You hate that Aquamirale and I hate that lane.
Matt, oh, Dylan's gone for the hards. So this might be a soft hard strategy. So it might be medium. I think it's medium to soft for the mediums, and then a soft to hard for the soft runners. I'm just surprised this hasn't gone for a full safety car because of where the car is positioned, but then it is off the track. But yeah, a virtual safety car, so the drivers will have to reduce their speed by 40%. No overtaking is allowed. Obviously, if the driver is in the pit, obviously that's not going to be a situation, as you will pass them. And yeah, that's Dylan down to P11, but he could come back in the race if there is late drama or a late safety car, as DRS is re-enabled, and we are going to go back under racing, as Tam now has a 3-second gap to NSR Pariah in the, I only said Mercedes, McLaren there, as that VSC has not helped Yogi at all, as GMAC is right on the back. Alpha Romeo is right on the back of what will be the Mercedes, and I think Pariah knows just in the back of his mind that second McLaren is only 2 cars behind, as Legend has got DRS and he is going to potentially look for a move, not this lap, but maybe the next lap.
Oh, GMAC lost it. Going to Tamburello. Tamburello again. But he kept it. He lost a bit of time to Yogi, but he didn't got under the attack of Legenda, because I think there's the goal. And Stoney is really close to Legenda right now. Really making a mark on his debut. So Yarham lose it on, I think, or a bit of luck. Going to Romagna. Shima gets a 3-second time penalty, so he's struggling to get into the rhythm at the moment. It's a wonder here. What's that? What's up with
we've got a little bit of a pack forming here for what will be a podium, P3, P4, P5, and Stevie, he's having a look, so everybody down from P3 to P7, so anyone in between the 2 Mercedes is looking for that final podium place, as a lot of drivers are using ERS, as Charlie sets the fastest lap with a 17.1, and that is him up for the fastest lap, but he wouldn't get it because he is outside the top 10, as the F1 FIA rules and regulations, as Donny picks up a 3-second time penalty. The fastest lap must be inside the top 10. I don't know why they don't just put it to anybody on the grid. It would, possibly throw a little bit more of a competitive at the back of the grid.
Well, I think our regular F1 fans, or old fans, and for new ones, don't understand how the regulations. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
as Matt Jonas goes with the fastest lap of a 16.9, and who's that? That's Sector 1. What's happened there? What is going on there? I think it was Langfeld letting drivers through. I think because his car was ghosted.
Yeah, must be. I didn't do anything else.
So gaps have kind of spaced themselves out between P3 to P7, except from GMAC and Yogi and Stevie G and Donny, as they are within 1 second, and Legend is also within 1 second of GMAC, and Legend goes really wide.
I going all the way back up with Raya, and GMAC again is really close. I think Yogi will maybe fancy a move here after on the exit of the secondary watts now on the start straight. He can do that good run.
We'll ride on board with him, I think. As we ride on board with Yogi.
The rating, I think, is 8 for Yogi right now. So Yogi up to P2. And we repair down to P3. Let's see if Yogi can take down what he's doing to basically get
Yeah, and also Donny got past Legend, so both McLarens losing out their on key positions, as they would have got some good points there. But I wonder if Legend is going to come back, because he's a lot closer to Donny than what Pariah is to Yogi. I think Pariah will just save up a bit of ERS and go again in maybe a few laps time. But I think Legend may have to start worrying about Stevie G, as he is right also on the back, as the drivers aren't really spread out here, which causes a little bit of a situation where there's not a lot of space. So one wrong move and you can have what happened to IRL Dundee, as he went into the wall. Donny and GMAC do have penalties. I will just double check what they are. They are both 3, as Stevie G into the pits. So 9 laps on the softs, so he's going to go for 12, no 20, no I can't count, that'll be 22 laps on the mediums. I don't know if that's possible, but it seems like he's going to try it.
I don't know what's okay, but I don't think Dylan made the right choice going for hard, because like early, you lose less with hitting under the virtual ticket, but at what cost? Basically, hards are way off the pace, softs and mediums. I think they're around second slower than Bukutu's tires, or they're second slower than softs, and most of the field, and they're around, I think, 5 times slower than mediums, and basically, no matter how much time less you lose in the pits, you can lose, I think, quite a bit more when you're on racing with hard tire zone, but Dylan, maybe something that we don't know.
Yeah, as I have to interrupt you there, as Legend got his place back through turn 1, and that is him back up to P5. Oh, somebody just got massive understeer, and it did a tank slap. Did a tank slapper, coming through what will be turn 2, I think. Turn 2, 3, and 4. I can't remember the track.
Tamburello. The chicane is like in 2 parts.
Yeah. As Yaham is right on the back. He's going to go for it. He's giving us the bird's eye view. Sector 2. Who's gone? Yeah, he's gone. Yeah. Yaham is Yaham's really causing a problem for Donny, as it's looking like a bit cloudy. Pariah's in the pits. So we are going to have an overtake here, as Yaham is right on the back, and I just wonder if these pit stops are too early. If the drivers should hold out a little bit longer, because that's getting quite cloudy, and I suspect we're going to have some rain, as Yaham... Yeah, of course, and I just wonder if Dylan may have made the right pit stop call now, because it is cloudy, it's getting a bit more overcast. I just wonder if there is rain incoming, as Tam and Yogi on 10 lap soft, should I say, as Yaham is all over the back of Legend. He is not letting this go. He wants that P4 so he can chase Donny down, as that will be a position. I think he's going to go for it. Yep, Yaham is going to go for it. He's not going to get it. He's going to be. This is going to be out of the final corner, and he gets it. Yaham makes him. Yep, as Legend goes in the pits. Mad Jonas, what a. And yeah, my game gives me the worst camera angle. Yeah, and that is what a recovery drive for Mad Jonas. After that spin, he's got himself back up to a P3.
Yeah, definitely drove in Australia and in he's really talented, and he's showing that right now. Great drive, great, really good comeback.
Yeah, as he may be one to look out for the remainder of the season as well, as he is currently a net P2, as Donny has a 3-second time penalty. As I just wonder if that cloud is going to come even more closer.
Interesting, but and Viraya came out behind Dylan. Did you not expect?
No.
So maybe Dylan made the right call.
It might have, yeah. It might have been to help his teammate as well, because obviously Tam and Dylan are teammates. So, you know that. So Yogi making a pit stop. Let's just check who's made a pit stop and who hasn't. So the top 6 haven't. Well, actually top 5 now haven't made. No, top 4 should I say. So that's Donny, Mad Jonas, Yarham, Appledawn, who haven't made a pit stop. The rest have made a pit stop. Langfell has made a double pit stop already. So if there was rain, he would be on for a 3-stopper.
Well, I think Lampard disconnected, but got a really bad rating.
Yeah.
Obviously, try to do a little different with the heart and
yeah. As looking, yeah. Oh, go on.
Yeah, and I just want to say that from that point it all went down for Lampard.
Yeah, unfortunately it did. As looking at the position changes, Donny has gone up 10 positions in this race on lap 13. Mad Jonas dropping 1, Yarham going up the most out of any driver with 11. Appledawn up 8, Dylan up 2, Tam is down 3, Pariah is down 3, and as I say that, Mad Jonas is into the pits, and there's a few kind of noticeable ones. Charlie down 6, and obviously IRL Dundee is down 12 positions, as that is a sweet pit stop from Mad Jonas, and that is going to bring him. Oh, I'll just get the tyres back up, and that is going to bring him back out potentially all the way.
Yeah, but
yeah, as which is Langfell, is no matter what giving Yarham a slipstream and a DRS, because he's lapped by Donny. So he 1.2 behind, he's still getting DRS. Yes, oh, go on. Oh, no. Alright, yeah, no. As Yarham actually has literally no ERS. He's got 9, maybe 6%. So I think he may need to just recharge and go again maybe later in the race. As the 2 Alpines, they switched. And Tam is 10 seconds behind Appledawn. So yes, it's kind of game on if you want a podium, as it looks like you're going to have to fight for it.
Well, yeah, I have no pain, no gain it seems in this race, and let's not forget to mention that some drivers, including Donny and Yarham, are the current still have a time penalty. So this will be really interesting and really close.
Yeah, as the 2 Alpines, they may want to get their foot. Pariah is now coming within 1 second, and he is now 1.2, and he is going to be looking to maybe do a double overtake of the 2 Alpines. But he's going to have to be careful, because he's got Yogi and Legend not that far behind. Legend is around about 5.3 seconds behind. So it's a close one. But yeah, it's still on. At the moment, Tam is still on for a podium. Him, Dylan, and Pariah will be your net top 3 because the top 3 haven't pitted. So yeah, it's gonna be looking like either an Alpine 1-2 or an Alpine 1-3, unless Yogi can do something about it and get past Pariah quickly to catch up to these very fast Alpine drivers.
Well, it's really hard to overtake in Emilia, isn't it? But as I said, you need to know how to set up the car well for the corners, because Emilia have the corners where they're looking change at Yogi. Nordic Pariah, the easier way coming through on the start finish straight with the count DRS.
Yeah, and
really close. Also, Jonas caught up to them really quickly, I must say.
Yeah, Jonas, or Mad Jonas should I say, closing up, maybe looking for not just taking P9 but P8 as well, as he's on some fresh mediums, and they will go to the end of the race now, as we're on lap 17 of 32. No rain, as that sun just comes back out. It's creeped through the clouds, and we've got a little bit of a freeway battle here for P8, 9 and 10. That'll be inside the top 10, as Mad Jonas doesn't get a good exit. He gets an exit that he probably doesn't want, as that just doesn't close up that gap that he wanted to Stevie G, but I reckon he is going to get the overtake done, as he now deploys DRS and the ERS, and he is going to go for a move, and I think he's going to get this one done, as that is a bit close for comfort. That was nearly a Valtteri Bottas and George Russell incident from I believe last season. Potentially their wheels got caught, I don't know, as Mad Jonas moves up to P9, and he is now going to try and get past Legend, who just for some no reason down the straights is very quick, but through the corners just can't pull it together. I don't know what the situation is, but maybe he's got a bit of a setup difference to what Mad Jonas is, as obviously, as you mentioned, setup is very key here. You've got to get it right. As Mad Jonas has a look, that door gets firmly closed again, and he will probably look for the DRS on the start-finish line in a few short corners. As anybody else going for a move, doesn't look like it. Seems like the only battle really at the moment is for what will be P8, as Mad Jonas, he's going to get DRS again. Hopefully he's not put in a scary situation like the last lap, as he goes for the move, an easier move. He even takes a little bit of the curb with him, and he gets himself up to what will be P8, and he will be on his way now to go and catch the other McLaren, who is 5.4 seconds behind, which is NSR Pariah. Pariah is looking at Pariah. He's on the back of Yogi, who is around about 5 to 4 tenths in front, as Tam has caught up to Appledorn by 6 seconds in around about 3 laps.
Donny with another 3-second time penalty. Really going on for on these games, but I think this is compromising his race pretty badly.
Yeah, as we go, what will be on to the final 12 laps, as we now hit lap 20, and there is your penalties. Yarham with 3, Donny with 6, Dylan with 5, Stevie G with 3, and G-Mac with 3. Obviously drivers still can pick up penalties, so that can all change by the end of lap 32, as Yaham is leading the way, 19 laps on the mediums with Donny. Oh, Legend and Pariah, they switch places again. Mad Jonas.
Legend and Jonas fighting for P8.
Yeah. Oh, Jonas is going to have a look. Nope, that door gets closed firmly. And he is not going to give up. Charlie in the pits with a 5-second penalty. And Charlie is out of the race. And he decided to not continue. He has retired in the pits. So 12 will finish racing, and hopefully the last 12 laps will provide some fantastic racing, as Dylan gets a 3-second time penalty. That is not going to help Alpine, because Yogi is 1.7 seconds. As the top two are in the pits, is Appledorn going to follow them? He does. So Tam will take the race lead, and it will be now back to an Alpine 1-2 here in Imola.
Really good race for Alpine. As we said earlier, Elfland really working for by Fernando Alonso, who actually won the race for that team here when they were still Renault back in 2005. Of course, legendary race in Mexico with the legendary Kaiser Michael Schumacher for the victory at San Marino Grand Prix back in the day. Second last race before Imola got removed from calendar in 2006.
Yeah, and then obviously, of course, it returned a few seasons, a few years ago. I believe it came back in 2020. It replaced one of the calendars, one of the races on the calendar, should I say, due to obviously when the pandemic hit, which did hit quite hard for F1, as a lot of races were cancelled, especially, unfortunately, a track that is a love and hate relationship, which is China, of course. Canada was off the calendar, and I believe there was a few more others. Yeah, Suzuka's. We haven't even been to Suzuka for a few years. Hopefully we can go. Yeah, so hopefully a few of them tracks there we can go to. Well, we've been to Australia, and man, that new track layout, I can't wait to. Oh, who's had an off?
It's Alpine. No, it's not Alpine.
No, that's a Williams.
Oh, it's Langfield.
Yeah.
Got this first one?
No, 10-second penalty. That I reckon will get removed, because he wasn't even doing anything on the grass. He was just letting lapped cars through. So I don't know what that will go down as, but yeah, that is him with a 10-second penalty. But yeah, as we mentioned, obviously the new F1 22 game, not F1 2022 game. Obviously, we only got a 30-second clip of it, but you know, yeah. So, and as mentioned in the press release notes, Miami is coming. That'll be a post, well, not a post, a game launch track, and I'm really looking forward to that one. Obviously, we won't see Las Vegas this game. I don't think that'll be next game.
23, Las Vegas.
Yeah. And I know for sure, because I've seen the press release for the game, the updated tracks will be Australia, Spain, and Abu Dhabi. Spa won't be. That you'll still get the same, you know, El Rouge that we've, you know, had for many years. The reason I think that is because the game has to laser scan the tracks, and I think they didn't submit it in time because it's not actually finished, because when they showed pictures of it, they said it still had a month to go on it. So, and I believe El Rouge is still closed off, so they're not going to be able to laser scan the track. So that's a bit unfortunate.
I think they could patch it, but yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going on. They're just basically, I think, not only a road field checking, but also non-corner field. Don't put it up. The wider line, the old non-corner, the old and oval field use for motorcycles now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
we'll have a gravel, load of gravel.
yeah, well, hopefully it improves the racing and also keeps the drivers safe. As maybe this Emilia Romagna Grand Prix might be ending in a few short laps, as we've got 8 laps to go. Don't forget, on tomorrow, which will be Friday, the actual Imola Grand Prix has the sprint qualifying, and then we have F4.
The lobby is,
Yeah, I think it's a little bit. Yeah, as F4 will be live tomorrow with NSR Pariah and Buck as usual. They'll be live at 8 PM for F4, which they'll be doing Imola, and then on Sunday we've got the same track, but we've got the F1 tier, the best of the best in TTML, and also then we'll be back next week, I believe, for Japan, and then it'll be USA, and then I believe Brazil is after that. So a nice kind of mixture of tracks to finish off the season and the game, as well as mentioned before. The new game will be on sale, not on sale, on launch for 1st of July. I wish it was on sale for the prices I've seen. Yeah, so Dylan really holding his own ground here. 20 laps on the on the hards, should I say? But he does have that penalty. Oh, he's got 8 seconds of penalties. That is going to drop him quite a bit. So that's not going to help Alpine. So Alplan may not happen. As yeah, I think we've commentators cursed Alpine. As yeah, Yogi could be looking at a P2. Pariah could be looking at a podium if he can keep on the back of Yogi, as they're battling for what would be potentially P2, P3. Pariah, obviously a commentator in TTML, so a little bit of support for our fellow commentator here this evening in the McLaren. I believe he's got a full-time seat now. He did start off as a reserve, but yeah, he has, and you know, stuck it out as a reserve, and then he's now showing why he got his full-time seat at McLaren, and down into P7. And looking back at this, Matt Jonas has got himself up to P5. If that's not a driver of the day performance after his spin, I don't know what is.
This reminds me when Michael McLaren has selected this out and will this bring out the safety car? Because it's quite dangerous late.
Yeah, I don't think it would because of how many laps are left. I'm surprised that it hasn't.
It still has time for 1 lap, because I think it's within 4 laps that it.
Yeah.
Or it's even less, but no safety cars. Surprising.
Yeah.
But, speaking about Matt Jonas comeback, this reminds me of my comeback last season in F5. I actually won the race, but I also had to do a comeback, like from P20 in the.
Yeah.
In one-shot quality to P20 in the sprint, from getting killed on the start to actually winning the race. Right away, so yeah, that reminds me on that, but enough about me. Obviously, F5 was, without due respect to every other driver I'm competing with, and I was competing there, it's a lot easier to make a comment like that than it's cool that it is in F3, because obviously cars are a lot quicker and car problems are also a lot closer.
Yeah, as I thought the gaps would be a little bit bigger than what they have been this evening, and they are still kind of on a situation where a lot of the penalties could change a few positions, especially Dylan's one, as we are on lap 27, as SLX Tam will lead the race from P1, 1.7 behind, in front of his teammate. I just wonder if Alpine will switch to make sure that Dylan keeps P2, as I think that would be the necessary situation to get maximum points. And yeah, it's oh no, it's fine. If there's action on the track, then you know, you've got to call it. As Mad Jonas, he is on an absolute charge, and if he ends up on the podium,
yellow flag.
Who? That's Dylan. Dylan, he's lost a position. And look at this, Mad Jonas, he's not wanting to wait around. He's going to go for a move, and he gets the move. He's going to go for it. Yeah, Dylan's dropping. Hold on, let's have a look at Dylan's car. No, Dylan has got a full front wing. So what has happened?
Probably tires drop off, and yeah, the tires are still holding it straight. And once you spin on hard, it's hard to get back in the rhythm. And
yeah. So from one penalty to a spin, Alpine now are P1 and P5, and that will now potentially confirm Tam, Yogi, and Mad Jonas on for, unless Pariah can do something about it. He's not within DRS, so maybe recharge that ERS, should I say, and maybe let Mad Jonas overtake Yogi, which is around about a 1.5 second.
Dylan actually had fronting damage.
No, I don't.
Dylan actually had fronting damage.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, they're changing his
must have been a light tap then. That must have not been much. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no visible damage.
Yep, so not many laps to go. 3 laps all together to go, as we're on lap 29 of 32. And SLX Tam is leading away by 3.2. No penalties on the screen at the moment.
No, he's not out, but he's adopted painting.
Well,
he's out like a percentage.
Well, it does help. Look at this for McLaren. P4, P5. No penalties at all.
Look at Jonas catching to Yogi. And a couple of remaining people who have come back from dead last and going to
He is certainly on for a recovery drive at the moment, as he is now under the 1 second, nearly. He's 1 second just over. As he is now under the 1 second, so he will get, if he can get to the DRS activation zone, which is in the final, no, the second from last corner, out in sector 3, he's just got to keep within that 1 second. As Yaham is into the pits, I suspect he will go for fastest lap. As
well, I think Dylan can go now, because now he's within top 10, and if Yaham wants to do that, he needs to fight Dylan even on track, not like just with button stops.
Yeah.
As Manuel is really close to Yogi on the exit of Variante Alta. Also, the race closing in on both McLarens as well. So
yeah, as Mad Jonas, he's going to get that DRS, and I suspect he is going to go for a move. As Yaham picks up a penalty, as Mad Jonas, he is closing. He is absolutely closing. I don't think he's going to get it. Nope. He's he's going to go for no. He's had to lift off. He knows that he's going to have maybe one push left, which will be on the final lap. This is going to go down to the final lap of who takes P2, and I think Yogi must be. Yeah, I think they've let that happen because Donny is on penalties. Yeah, Donny's got 6. Yeah, but yeah, we're going to have a last lap sprint here between Yogi, who is literally probably absolutely sweating of defending at the moment from.
Go for moving Variante Alta down the inside again, lifting up. A bit too much for my taste, but Jonas is playing safe.
Yeah, as they come round for the final lap here in Emilia Romagna, and it is going to be a last lap shootout for P2, and I think Yaham retires in the pits, and it is going to be Mad Jonas. Is he going to get this done? He's going to go for it. He's alongside, and he gets the move done, and that must be absolute heartbreak to Yogi, as Dylan gets a 3-second time penalty, and that is, well, it's not going to make any difference. Yogi has another look, but the move doesn't get done, and that is an absolute driver of the day nomination, I think, for Mad Jonas to drop it on the first few laps, and then to come back and potentially be a P2 with yeah, I think we can guarantee maybe Mad Jonas for driver of the day, as Tam is 3.4 seconds in front. He's coming through the very harsh hairpin, and he is now coming through to the final 2 laps on his 2 laps, 2 corners, and he is going to cross the line, and he's going to take the provisional race win here, pending any steward results, and that is going to be an Alpine race win here in round number 8 for TTML F3. And what a race from Mad Jonas. Spun early on, got himself back up, and he is on the P2 for this race, with Yogi in P3. The 2 McLaren switch, Pariah will be in P4 and Legend in P5. Appledawn will be in P6, Donny in P7, Stevie G in P8, G-Mac in P9, and Dylan will be in P10 when he crosses the line. And he will cross the line and be the last race finisher. And that is the race here concluded for Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And that was absolutely fantastic. We had battles all over the track. We had a few end up in the wall, but we got there. And here is now your top 3, which consist of SLX Tam, Mad Jonas, and Yogi. It's the Scotsman who takes the race win here. I believe that's the Scottish flag. Yes, it is. It's the Scotsman, the German, and the British driver who will take the race podium here. And that is massive points for not just Alpine, but for SLX Tam, as the championship will continue on into round number 9, which will be Suzuka in Japan next week on Thursday. We'll take a quick look at the race results, as it's confirmed SLX Tam takes the race win for Alpine. Mad Jonas in P2, Yogi P3, Pariah P4, Legend P5, Appledawn P6, Donny P7, Stevie G P8, G-Mac P9, Dylan rounds off the top 10, and the final of the finishes, Yaham in P11, Langfell in P12, Dylan in P13, and Dundee in P14. P11 to P14 did not finish the race. Dylan sets the fastest lap with a 15.9. That is 2 seconds quicker than anybody inside the top 10. Now, we have to decide a driver of the day, and I think, personally for me, I think I would give it to Mad Jonas.
I have nothing to add. Like, Mad Jonas is a really great drive from being almost dead last after that Spain in Aqua Minerale to, I mean, lots of people in his place will just drive away in the pits, retard, and rage quit it. But he did not do it. He fought his way back, not only to the points, solid points, but to the podium as well. Only 1 position below from the place on which he was when he has spun, and yeah, that's and kept championship alive. Well, it is still alive no matter what happens, but again, he's right at the back of Tam and Legend in the championship. So yeah, really great drive, really great comeback from Jonas.
Yeah, so for driver of the day, we both have decided Mad Jonas, the Red Bull driver, taking a P2 after what seemed something that was impossible today. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to bring TTML Formula 3 for round number 8 on League Racing TV for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Don't forget, TTML F4 will be back tomorrow for their race here in TTML, and that'll be commentated by NSR Pariah and Buck as well, the usual duo, back on a Friday. Don't forget also on Sunday, Pepsi Freak and TTG James Head will be taking you through the action through TTML F1. And don't forget, and also hopefully it provides a lot more action as well. The Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, the actual real life one, will be starting tomorrow with the sprint qualifying, and then I'm trying to work out which is which now. I'm pretty sure the sprint qualifying is on Friday, sprint race on Saturday, which will set the grid for Sunday, and then the main race on Sunday. I'm sure it'll be absolutely epic. But until next time, here in TTML, I've been Mike. We'll be back next week with Cadwell, we hope, and I will see you guys all next week for Japan with James Head on TTML F2. It's been an absolute privilege to work with Ivan for the first time as well, and I hope he's enjoyed himself with the racing this evening.
I certainly did. It's been a pleasure to share a comments box with you, Storm, and hopefully the viewers on the stream also enjoying the race. And yeah, for me, it's also goodbye until the next time.
Yeah, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for this evening, and we will catch you when we go racing again in TTML. Good night.